Hey guys, recording a video specifically for you guys to show you a few things that Brew is working well with. One of the examples that I want to take up right now is about the notifications module. So this is a larger module that we are bringing up in on board. This is going to be the main idea behind how people collaborate, so that we are able to send notifications right at the critical junctures, so that humans can take action and henceforth closing down on the overall work time, right? This is the example notification scenario. The story starts with the requirement gathering. We are talking about what we need to do on a very basic level. If you just have an idea, maybe at AppSmith right now we have a much better idea of what we want to do. So exploration is not really necessary, but in this use case we are really exploring something, right? So the agent comes back with a few clarifying questions, and with a to and fro it starts proposing requirements to you. These are draft requirements that bases on what you're asking for. It says what is the goal, what is the acceptance criteria, out of scope and assumptions, stuff like that, right? So this is the preliminary step. So you review this. If you want, you can kind of talk about any changes that you think should be made, and it's going to kind of recreate that particular draft requirement for you. And from here you can ask the agent to save your requirements. So once you have done that, what is going to happen is all your requirements are going to get analyzed, and then they are going to reach the published pipeline, as you can see over here, right? So each published pipeline contains the impact analysis, and basically that is the technical spec that you can review to understand how exactly something is implemented or going to get implemented. So this is an opportunity for you to make sure that the AI understands what needs to be done, right? So for the notification use case, right now we have already started work on it, and this is the view that we are going to get at the end of the day, where a pull request of mine is already raised, right? So I'm already working on this pull request, and I've committed a bunch of times on this, about 4 or 5 times, I guess. And when I start doing that on Brew, you will start seeing that the requirement starts to move forward. So it reached in progress, and right now the status is updated based on the last commit that I have made. And now I'm able to see that for all the requirements and the technical specification that I have reviewed, what is the status of the coverage of that requirement basis the code that I get, right? So this is making my life simpler, because I can quickly review and understand through a commit what is the coverage on the requirement. So the foundations are now at 90%, so I'm most probably already good with it, right? A few places maybe okay, 68% on the add batching reminders and stuff like that, right? And also the channel adapters, which is about going into emails, webhooks, Slack, so on and so forth. So that is also standing at 64%, something that maybe in the next round I have to focus more on, right? So and the in-app notification center is most probably done. So what also happens now is, if something is at a low percentage, you can go inside and see what is really happening. At a quick overview, you can see what the drift is about. It's saying that uh, okay, it's just declarative right now, and it's still minimal. The implementation is still minimal. So basically, I'm not really batching. Most probably that's what is happening. And you can also check out all the details, right? Like for each impact item that you had decided before that needs to be done. Over here, it's about the background job that's going to do the batching. And over here, it's saying that okay, it's partially covered. And why is it partially covered, right? Because uh, it's more broader than before for sure, but it still focuses on the sweep retry rather than the full aggregation, right? So aggregation is still not happening. That's critically what is different, and it's critically highlighting this for you very clearly, right? So that you can instruct basically and probably get a review cycle right from here through an MCP into your coding agent, so that the next cycle also kind of fastens up very easily, right? uh, View related code is just an auxiliary feature. You can see through highlighted line numbers how something is being implemented, right? So that is what it is. And potential bugs basically also tells you that hey, something from the business logic point of view or the technical spec is still missing, right? So batchable is still policy metadata only. Okay, so it's just metadata. It's not actually implemented. So it's very clearly visible. The AI is kind of missing up on that, and I need to instruct it properly to kind of get this done, right? So my actionable from here is quick, and for a larger implementation, I'm able to kind of make headway very easily. So with each run, my progress is much higher for complicated use cases also, right? So this is something that is a use case that I wanted to kind of show you. Once I'm done with my work on this pull request, what I'm going to do is the usual squash and merge, and when I do that, it's going to do a last run check to identify if something needs to sit in needs review or just move things directly into done basis. Whatever you're going to configure your coverage percentage is acceptable at, let's say 80%, 90%, whatever that number is, right? So yeah, so this is the short demo that I wanted to show you guys. uh, I think there is another use case that comes up next, which is about integrations for users, which is very very important again. So this also turned out very very interesting for me. uh, just a sec.